What's up, guys? I woke up from my nap in the car. I'm in one of the dopest studios. I'm chilling with Andrew. What's up? We're having like the strangest conversation about AI just now. So Dylan here at his studio, they have like a Siri that makes coffee. How amazing is that? Meet Dylan, guys. This is Dylan. Boom, boom, yeah.
That's a little bit disturbing, but
okay. No, we good, thanks. We good. There's Siri listening to us.
Oh no.
Oh, good lord. Right, so we are gonna be mixing stuff. You guys are not part of that. I've signed crazy contracts. So we'll see you guys later. What goes the studio? My god. Peace. Bro, what's Power A?
So Power is an AI-based compressor.
Sheesh, so it listens to stuff and it compresses.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good lord. I'm in the studio with Crity.
Yes! Woo!
Yes.
Doing it.
Doing it, man. Doing it. Like I said, I'm on the road today, guys. Boom.
Is there. But the comfort of the room is nice in that we have 32 neon and we have 16 in the ISO booth.
Sure. Good lord.
It's small, but it takes a drum kit. And I think just as an ISO booth goes, it's functional.
You can put a... This is awesome.
And it's all analog and digitally linked, so we can drive things via either Dante network or copper.
Hectic. Your studio's got Dante.
We basically wired it that every there, so it's a fair amount. Could we find a way to create a format that actually sees or detects the hardware?
Sure.
So you have a decoder, which is obviously in the form of either Apple TV or anywhere else.
Yeah.
The hardware that you're playing back on is how that software then interfaces with the hardware. And that could be a soundbar, that could be headphones, that could be a 5.1 system, it could be a 7.1.4 system, it can be a 9.1.6 system, it can be whatever scale you started in. And what they kind of figured out over obviously many years is, and you've seen this, it's like there were always a lot of down mix availabilities and or very cumbersome, and or what I found sometimes the up mixes just didn't quite translate so easy because it was, it's using phase and all kinds of other complexities. But the long and short of it is they said, well, what are our limitations and how do we eliminate that conversation? So the first limitation is that Dolby saw that there is a unique conversation in human audio perception in that we don't hear sound quite just from a linear source. Like it's not just about what is in front of you, even though obviously by virtue of these we are focused on that, but right now you're feeling reflections. Your brain's just learn how to manage that, right? But in no natural environment is there ever one like direct source. It's always around you. So the limitation of a stereo broadcast or any front-ended broadcast is obviously managing an output destination, but it's not truly immersing the person in a quote-unquote natural way. So that was kind of their thinking. How do we create a three-dimensional environment? And that's why what's really unique about the system is the first point is they added the top axis. So what's really unique now, if you think about the phantom center between each moment, you can obviously, as you've seen in theaters, you can create arrays and you can balance it out. And if you want to have a smoother transition between points, you can do that. But of course, that's just a question of automation in a session. But now the bigger question is so what does that mean in terms of the phantom point between the z-axis and this axis? What it truly means is that you're no longer working in a ear level environment, you're working in a domed or three-dimensional environment. So sound if you were to descend equal value, which is not a principle you need to apply, but if you were to, you're effectively encompassing or engrossing that listener's experience. What does that mean? It means that I can now, by virtue of sharing energy or voltage between 2 points, I can actually bring the audio in. I'm not just anymore bound to that perception. I can create depth.
Yeah.
So if you can think of it as a mesh or a grid, you now have this unlimited, like, three-dimensional space.
Oh, it's nuts.
Which I don't think we overplay with, but it's like bringing a voice from there and literally letting it rush through is amazing. And of course, for post, it's just beautiful because now you can also deal with canopy sounds in a very particular way. No longer does rain have to kind of be a suggestive idea.
Yeah.
You can truly put it above.
Yeah.
Air, anything that's moving above the subject, a plane that's cruising over you.
That's crazy.
It's a whole new axis. But the down mix is the really interesting thing for me as to how it handles it. So they just said, well, let's start with the maximum version we can go to. And I think at an output level now, it's limited to 64 location points, as in dedicated speaker points. But the way it works down the chain to more limited things is what I find is so unique, because it's how the algorithm is ultimately designed. And what it just means is that the more people that come onto the Atmos platform as let's say supporters, be it a hardware points like a phone or a television, like even the Skyworth guy, he's got an Atmos decoder in there. Now suddenly you're building an ecosystem from hardware to Creative Point, and as long as it can decode the format, you're going to get a more immersive experience than just a traditional 2.0 scenario. Even though it only has two speakers, you're going to, in the case of headphones anyway, you're going to get something that they call it's as you know, it's not a new format, but they've invested into creating a wider stereophonic experience in the headphones through the binaural experience. I'll take you through the setup of what that looks like, but that's what's amazing about the ecosystem. It speaks to cinema, it speaks to home entertainment, it's Netflix go-to format. I think all the other players are in there, Amazon through to whomever. It's delivering to music, it's going live. Dolby built a beautiful venue in Vegas that Silk Sonic opened up.
The audio experience of that,
my friend, it is insane. But I mean, if you look at the axes, where's the cinema here? I mean, where's the theater? It's at the MGM, but they don't show you. But there's two arrays of a Z axis. There was one where they took it down. I just want to go to this venue because it is probably going to be the experience of a lifetime.
Most definitely.
And I yet have not fully, perhaps because I'm still kind of a little unsure, like within a live environment, if it'll make much sense to know that you have an immersive experience. Because it still is a very front-focused idea. Like, I mean, if that guy's jamming his solo or whatever, and then suddenly it's coming out discreetly in the back left, I don't know if that'll be just a bit weird. But the point is we can start playing with theatrics in ways that we've never imagined before. Ever. And I mean, Hancock had a tour just I think a decade ago, where he did a 5.1 tour. So this is not new, but this is the Rolls Royce. It's I've
never heard music like that. It's my first time.
It's game changing. Like you said an interesting word. It gave you new passion. It's like you got to listen to things real time because it's based in loves. So you can't like just slap a limiter on and go like, I'm good. You got to dial in, which just I think promotes you thinking more and listening more rather than just letting the machinery render and or do certain things. So it's changed me from that, but just the overall feeling. It's like some of the words I've heard is it's like you're feeling music. You're inside the music.
This is invigorating, Shem.
Let me show you a choir that I did in the format, which I just broke all the rules because I didn't want to arrange quite like a choir or how I would traditionally do for stereo. So I ended up doing just really the width of it. Have a listen to this. This is actually for a movie.
So you've translated. You left Cubase. You are Nuendo now.
I'm using both for different reasons, and I'm kind of like jump between that and a few others every now and again. But broadly speaking, within that ecosystem, I'm happy. As you can see, we've gotten quite deep with this session. We almost maxed it out to 120 channels. This is your three-dimensional space, and as you can see, I am truly exploring everything from the center through to the upper edges, through to everything. And I mean, I think the result from a choir point of view and the natural dynamics that are in here.
Yeah, man.
I mean, jazz works.
Come through when you've got a chance.
Dude, I will most definitely.
Yeah, gladly. And
I'm currently at Makro looking at some technology, and currently my obsession is smart lights and anything smart that I can connect to Siri. So I mean, I did speak about it the other day on my channel that Siri is always listening to us in some way. And yesterday I went to an amazing studio where this guy was automating making coffee using Siri. So we are here. I'm going to show you some of the things I'm getting up to today because I'm at the shop, and sorry for the quality. I am currently shooting this on my phone, but that should be good enough. I'm going to try and put in the mix. I left my cameras at home, so I hope this is fine. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and welcome back to my channel. Peace. What caught my eye was this stand here at Makro. They have these cameras and smart lights, and they have all kinds of smart lights. I love having this look. I'm sure you've seen in my videos behind me there's always like a warmish light, but I would like to give it a shot to try this kind of light and see if I can automate it to be warm and whatever depending on. And then for my friends that know me, I would like to try out like an option where I can automate recording what my home looks like when I'm not there. And you know, I am looking to try this out one of these days and see if it happens. So if there's anyone who wants to sponsor me, you are welcome to buy me this. Yeah, the way I love technology. Okay, so and then I was also today's years old that I found out this is an actual TV. How crazy is this? Amazing. I think if you know me personally, you'll know what kind of TV I have. So I pretty much live in the past, and there's no ways. Where would I fit this TV in my home? Maybe I need a bigger home. Where? What would you do? I wouldn't even make music anymore if my TV was this big. It's ridiculous. It's so big. Right. So I'm at the shop. I'm at Makro in Edenvale, and I ran into Farid, who's Mr. Technology. Yeah. Won't you tell us the cool stuff that you get up to in your work?
Alright, so basically at my work we do installations. We're dealing with installations throughout the entire Makro. We also do automotive as well. In regards to that, we have the smart LED lights here, which can actually change colors. Obviously, you need to download the app to it, and you can control it directly from your phone. For example, through Siri or Alexa as well.
That's amazing. So, in terms of the automations that you've seen, what are the coolest things that you have seen people do with automations?
One of the things that basically we have in the company as well is that if you had Alexa or Siri, you can actually connect it to your home. So your entire household can be under it. For example, if you come in from work, 6 o'clock, you need the lights to be put on. You can actually do it with Alexa or Siri. All you need to do is insert the specific time that you need to be on, and then as soon as you get home, your lights are on.
That is insane.
Technology is growing, obviously, but then at the same time, it gives you a peace of mind.
Cool. So would you say, when we were speaking earlier, you said that this is a service that Makro do to offer to people?
That is correct. So I actually work for a company called Installation, and in regards to that, we actually offer these services in store. So if you need your home to be automated, we do that for you. Obviously, yes, it does come with a price, but then technicians on site are professional, and they will actually give you a quote on site.
Amazing. How do people reach you?
You can find us in a Makro store. We're based in most Makro stores.
Amazing.
So we deal with the multimedia, we deal with the large appliance, we deal with the outdoor section. We also deal with the gym equipment as well. So if you need setups and so forth, we are the guys that you need.
Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Pleasure.
Cool.
Pleasure.
Sure.